Welcome back.
NicknLex here.
Hey, everyone.
How's it going? So tonight we're gonna go back and listen to some Southern rock. And this is, I just explained to Alexa that I was very excited when I saw this list because this is an entire genre of music that is very, very adventurous and full of great guitar solos and just very special.
Yes,
so
I'm excited.
I'm super excited to do this. Yeah.
Me too. There's a couple, well, to be specific, two of the artists that I have heard and we've done on the channel. Those would be Molly Hatchet and Lynyrd Skynyrd. You know, on my own and on the channel, I had heard some Lynyrd Skynyrd. Who doesn't know Freebird, right? Anyways, and then
I've done the rest. I've heard all the artists.
you've heard all
list.
of them.
Yeah.
Marathon sponsored by Graybeard, Duncan, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
So check those out. We'll leave the links to those throughout, or you can just type in NicknLex, Blackfoot, NicknLex, etc. Molly Hatchet. Also, shout out to Dave Hess. We did some Molly Hatchet for him as well. So yeah, we're going to be doing 4 tracks here, guys. If you want to know exactly ahead of time which ones, check out the description. It's got all the information, but we'll be saying them out as we go. Big thank you to Steve for sponsoring this marathon.
Steve A.
Steve A.
Because we have so many Steves.
Yes.
But Steve A.
Steve A. He did this through our Buy Me a Coffee page. The link is in the description. If you guys would like to put something like this together, please check that out. If you have questions on how to do so, please email us, and our email address should be at the bottom of the description as well. But thank you guys just for being here, for deciding to share your time with us. You know, we know we've all got a lot of stuff going on, and there's a lot of stuff going on all over. So we are just grateful that you are spending your time with us here. So if you're enjoying, please like, comment, and subscribe if you think you might want to see us again. Let's go with Hurry Sundown by the Outlaws. Titular
Amazing
track,
band.
Hurry Sundown 77. I have not heard them.
I've only done this one that's marked there. Gunsmoke, but hey, that blew me away.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Let's go. Thank you, Steve, and thank you, everyone. Let's see what this is about.
Twin attack.
Nice. Strong start.
Most of these bands are 3 guitar players.
Oh, wow.
Guitar playing is sick. you foreshadowed it.
Yeah.
Nice.
And the sky began to fall. You could see their shadows in the light of the moon. They had heard the gypsies call. Hurry, Sundown.
Wow, the vocals are
Yeah, no, very like a whole story.
yes.
Hurry, Sundown. Hurry,
Wow, man, this is such a style. What
That
a
was so
style.
cool when he said the tambourine. I was like, oh, it would be so cool if like a tambourine would just appear. And then I was like, oh, I'm kind of getting like that snake vibe, like a rattlesnake. So then I just did this and then it happened. And I was like, what? That was so cool.
So cool.
The whole song, wow. Just wow.
I know. It's always like I was always so surprised when I would get requests like this. What would it say? Southern rock, because I mean, as a guitar player, these guys are so there's something about their style that's so unique, and it reminds me of Mark Knopfler. That sound that I don't know, like, because what he plays in all of his solos is almost like a little country, but more adventurous. Like he uses a lot of that sound on his guitar, you know. And they have that, and I love that there's so many guitar solos and so many, and then we have twin guitars harmonizing solos, and like I said, most of these bands would have like 2 or 3 guitar players. So this is like like Lynyrd Skynyrd. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm super happy we're doing this, and I love that you're into it. You know,
I totally am. You know, this is not something that I'm very familiar with. Like I said, I know what I know because of the channel, and I think the only artist in this vein that I knew was Lynyrd Skynyrd. Just the 3 most popular songs, you know. Tuesday's Gone.
They're all from
they're all
good old Florida.
Well,
we lived for 5 years, and I mean, you have a certain connection.
Yes,
you know, to Florida.
yes. I was born there. I was, you know, that's where my parents met, and that's where I lived until I was about, I think, 3. And
You're
then
a Disney kid.
I am a Disney kid. Both of my parents worked there in good old Orlando.
And they're from Tampa. We used to live an hour away from Tampa in Orlando.
Yeah.
So we went to amazing concerts there, Roger Waters and whatnot. In Orlando, we saw Aldi Meola and Dream Theater.
Yeah.
But man, but this music.
Great track. I love that you pointed out those double guitars, and you were right. I looked at the personnel on the album, and it did show 3 guitars. So totally was able to kind of, after you mentioned that, fish those out. And just the way that they also used the harmony in the vocals as well as in the guitars just made it so special, and did definitely have that southern country-ish kind of flair. So
also the
I love
lyrics.
it.
The lyrics, I see the dress to kill.
Yes.
You know,
And they're
so
also
Molly Hatchet, I think they're from Florida, right?
Let's see. I have them
and we've
pulled
done.
up
We
here.
just did some.
Yep,
Jacksonville. Yeah, there you go. This is a beautiful style that originated there, and it's just like these. And I really had, I had like this discussion or like this back and forth, because when we did, I think we did Molly Hatchet, but we also did a song by not David, David Lynch, the director. No, George Lynch, which was
Okay.
an amazing shredder. And I was like, no, these guys are like top of the line. And the guy was like, how dare you, say that because George Lynch, he's a metal guy and he's an amazing,
Tapper
guy. But I was
or-
a tapper, yeah, because I'm keep tapping, but
Yeah.
or Pedros, the shredding of the
Okay.
80s. But I mean, this is a little, maybe this doesn't have tapping and shredding, but what I love about these are very, the melodic
Okay.
side of playing is so much more, like, for me, like, it's more important than playing 30,000 notes
Right.
per minute. There's a lot more to be told with these beautiful, like, something about their musicality speaks to me. So
Yes.
that's why I said, hey, these guys are like way up there.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously, if you compare them with, I don't know, John McLaughlin or Pat Metheny, it's like it doesn't work,
Right.
because it's a different style. But I just think that this type of guitar playing is very, very rich.
Yes. Yes, I agree.
So
All right, so let's go with we are going to be doing the title track, Beating the Odds or Beatin the Odds. And this is going to be from the title track and also the first song of the album 1980.
perfect. Let's do it.
And let's do it. Thank you, Steve. This is so good. Yes.
Some heaviness here.
Yes. Definitely harder here.
Well, she grabbed me and asked me if I had a name. She told me she was interested to see if I could play the game. She said her name was Victory. She
Amazing.
didn't want to know the rules. That's just the way that I wanted to play in a game designed for fools. We were beating the odds, we were beating the odds, we were beating the odds again. We were gambling with the soul, we were playing to win. We were beating the odds again. Well, I rolled the dice, feeling cold as ice, and victory drew the cards. We knew that losing when the stakes were high could really hit us hard. I strapped into the driver's seat with Miss Victory by my side. She knew at a glance she was taking a chance by coming along for the ride. We were beating the odds, we were beating the odds, we were beating the odds again. We were gambling with the souls and we were playing to win. We were beating the odds again.
Freaking solos.
So good. Wow. And that lick.
Like, how did this not influence metal?
Yeah.
Time and space stood still a day with victory's soul and mind. We were running a race between heaven and hell, and we couldn't put the finish line. And when it all was over, we won it in the end. We were splitting the prize, but you opened the eyes and said, baby, let's try it again. We were beating the odds, we were beating the
That da da da. That's literally Iron Maiden for you. Metallica, Judas Priest. Like if you listen to the early Judas Priest and all the bands that I mentioned, they were influenced by this.
That is
Like
awesome.
like the fifth chords, you
Yeah.
know, that power chord.
Mhm.
That is, I don't want to say that it originated with these bands, but I mean, I can hear it.
Yes.
When I listen to "Breaking the Law" by Judas Priest or "Hellbent for Leather" or like even like like by Iron Maiden,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
2 Minutes to Midnight.
It's definitely got
Excuse
that
me.
hard.
Yeah. That's
like-
what it's. I remember they asked, like in 1981 or 1982, they asked Cliff Burton from Metallica, "So what are your influences?" And he said ZZ Top. ZZ Top.
Nice.
ZZ Top
Yes.
is also Southern rock.
Yes. Yes.
So that's where it comes from, man. Like,
I
you
love
know?
it.
I mean, obviously, also England. We got Wishbone Ash. We got, Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
the
yeah.
British acts. You know, but I think the U.S. also contributed a lot to that sound.
Totally. I
you know,
totally
to
agree.
heavy metal. Yeah.
Mhm. Absolutely. This was so fun. It
It's
had
amazing. This is like the
it
best
had
shit ever.
so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it really was just that mix of Southern and hard rock and just perfectly done. That voice of you know,
and hell.
like
you know?
very James Hetfield.
Yeah. James Hetfield got it from here.
Yes,
you know,
I
like
love
this
it.
is wonderful because I remember that before that on the first record, Kill 'Em All, he was still very young and his voice was kind of like in development. And then I think in Justice for All, he was like, oh, Master of Puppets. He was ready. And then I think on the Black Album, he was like, hey, you know?
Yeah. That makes
Like,
sense.
and now he has like this really almost like this cowboy voice.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
James, he has a great voice. For
Totally.
like all sorts of, I mean, obviously for
does.
Metallica, but he could play this kind of music and sound amazing. So
Yes.
I think this music is very important and very inspirational for just rock and roll and heavier rock that came afterwards.
I totally agree. This was so much fun. And in 3 minutes to have 2 solos, you know, I was like, holy cow. And then here there's 3 guitar players
Yeah.
again
Yeah,
listed.
yeah.
And I was like, is there going to be a 3rd guitar solo in the last like 4 seconds it
Yeah,
sounded? I was like, are you serious right now? How?
I also thought like they're gonna do another like
Yeah.
And the cool thing about it's not just some random like guitar solo.
No.
It's like these are like thought out like
Yeah.
melodies, and I really like that they took their time. It's not just some like
Totally,
you know? It's
yeah.
like it's cool.
Yes, it
It's
is.
like,
It is. And the
tasty.
drumming and the bass and everything's just like heavy but it's got that flair. I'm loving this.
Yeah.
Now I'm very curious to hear this
Lynyrd.
Lynyrd Skynyrd from Street Survivors 1977. Let's see. All right, I know a little. Even like rock and roll a little bit.
Very different.
Okay, this is like boogie.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
More blues based.
Well, the bigger the city, well, the brighter the lights. Bigger the dog, well, the harder the bite. I don't know where you been last night, but I figure, mama, you ain't doing right. Say, I know a little. I know a little about it. I know a little. I know a little about it. I know a little about love. Maybe I can guess the rest.
From Miami?
It was recorded in Miami.
Okay.
Well, I don't read that daily.
Jacksonville.
Ain't hard to figure what people get the blues. They can't dig what they can't use. fuss abuse, say I know little. Lord, I do know little about it. I know little. I know little about it. I know little about it.
The guitars are
Baby, I guess it was. Play me a little. Woo, woo. Yeah.
Beautiful slide working. Ragtime,
You
huh?
want me to be your only man? Said, listen up, mama, teach you all I can. Do right, baby, by your man. Don't worry, mama, teach you all I can. Say, I know a little. Lord, I know a little about it. I know a little. I know a little about it. I know a little about love. Baby, I guess the rest. Well, I know a little about love. Baby, I want your best.
wow,
Different, huh?
very different.
I mean,
Definitely more rock and roll, boogie.
right,
like,
yeah, boogie, honky tonk.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we know, obviously, Freebird from
Yes.
the movies.
Yes.
It's like in, I don't know, many films. And Sweet Home Alabama is like
Yes.
a staple
Totally.
in rock and roll.
I mean, yeah,
so this is more deep cuts, but hey, I
Yes.
mean, that was amazing. You know?
absolutely. I would have never, I mean, I can hear the Southern, I can hear the accent, which I love that about Lynyrd Skynyrd. That for the other two artists that we heard, two bands, didn't have that strong of a Southern accent. It did sound Southern in the music and
Right.
everything. But I love that about Lynyrd Skynyrd, that they don't hide their accent. They're like even accentuating even more, you know, which I love. So, but other than that, you know, it wasn't like Lynyrd Skynyrd what I would have thought, you
the
know,
rock, like
Yes.
the rock anthem legends.
Right.
Yeah.
because the
it's
guitars
such a-
were just like doing something totally, totally different. But very, very,
very
good.
cool. But
you
I
know?
love that you know, you appreciate this
Yes,
music.
absolutely.
This is so cool.
And again, 3 guitars on this one. The backing vocals were super good. The bass, just the whole way the song was driven. It was fun.
Yeah.
You know, it was just fun. Now I do have to mention this because it is important, I believe. 3 days after this album was released, most of the members of the band were killed in a plane accident. So on October 20th, 77, only 3 days after the release of the album and 5 shows into their most successful headlining tour to date, their charter ran out of fuel near the end of their flight from Greenville, South Carolina, where they had just performed, to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Though the pilots attempted an emergency landing on a small airstrip, the plane crashed in a forest 5 miles northeast of Gillsburg, Mississippi. So Ronnie Van Sant, Steve Gaines, his sister Cassie Gaines, assistant road manager, pilot, and co-pilot were killed on impact. The other band members, so I shouldn't have said most, just 2 band members and his sister who was backing vocals. But the other members, Collins, Rossington, Wilkeson, Powell, Pyle, and Hawkins, tour manager and road crew, survived, but they did suffer serious injuries. So the vocalist and the lead guitarist were killed, and his
crazy.
sister.
Imagine that must have hit the band so hard because
I think this was their last album then. because
I don't
after
think
this,
so.
the
And
LP is the last Lynyrd Skynyrd album recorded by original members,
Uh-huh.
and is the sole Skynyrd studio recording by guitarist Steve Gaines.
It's crazy that it's called Street Survivors, and then this happens.
I
Man.
know. I thought that was also very ironic as well, because after this, it's Skynyrd's first and last.
Mm-hmm.
It had just recordings of things they had already made that were unreleased.
That's
And
crazy.
then, unreleased or original versions of songs that were later re-recorded.
There was a lot of like people involved in like plane crashes
know.
back in the day.
I know,
huh?
because they all had their private, but I guess they weren't as. How could they run out of?
I mean,
fuel?
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Like, couldn't they have fueled the plane while they guys were performing? Like, I don't understand.
I know, like Stevie Ray Vaughan died in a helicopter crash, and then Randy Rhoads, in a
John
plane
Denver.
crash. John Denver. There's some others. That
There's some bus also.
the guy from
accidents.
La Bamba, he died in a plane
Wow.
crash, along with another legend I can't recall right now. Buddy Holly,
Buddy Holly.
mm-hmm. And him.
I didn't know.
His name was Joe. I think Joe something.
Yeah, I know the song, but I didn't know.
Yeah,
But
crazy.
very sad.
Just like a lot of like, I guess in
Yeah.
the 70s, I don't know, maybe it wasn't as safe, and
Mm-hmm.
and then especially to have your own, pilot.
Yeah.
And maybe there was a lot of partying
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on. I don't know.
I don't
who was in
either.
charge.
Yeah.
But hey,
Crazy.
that's horrible.
Very, very
Yeah.
sad.
Mm.
Yeah. So yes, after that they did, I think, I don't know. They did release more, but it looks like it was more like golds and compilations and
Mhm.
stuff. But then I think they did come back. You guys let us know, okay?
I mean, even
this
what
is why
happened
we
to
like
Terry
learning
Caff
from you.
from Chicago. Like, there's
Yes.
just like so
Very
many
sad.
accidents,
I know.
unfortunately.
I know. That is
Or drug-related
Yeah.
stuff.
But I did just want to mention that.
Yeah, to respect
to
the band
respect,
and
and
the
also because
genre.
we are having a lot of fun and dancing, and obviously because that's what the music wants us to do.
Yeah,
but I just,
but we want to pay our
Yeah.
respect to these musicians.
But wow, what a wonderful, wonderful little track! 3.5 minutes, and it delivered. I feel like so much,
Yeah.
and
We're gonna end it with an epic,
yes,
right?
Highway Song is next by Blackfoot on their album Strikes, 1979, and this is the ending track. From this one, you've done Train, which is the one just
Yep.
before this
Mhm.
one. So let's go.
We get to listen to the epic.
Thank you, Steve. Okay.
Beautiful.
So they're not. Oh, they are also from Jacksonville. Insane. Crazy.
They're a busy lot, huh?
Wow. Oh my. This is how we're starting. Hold on.
Sounds like Children of the Damned.
Yes.
Iron Maiden.
Another day, another dollar. After I've sang and hollered. Oh, it's my way of living. I can't change anything.
Great voice.
Yeah.
Great. Beautiful.
Another town is drawing near. Oh, baby, I wish you were here. The only way I can see you, darling, is in my dreams. It's a highway song. You sing it on and on. On and on.
My gracious.
Wow, man.
Well, the hurt you leave behind, it's the hurt that's on your mind. Oh, and last night's show took its toll on me. Well, the city
That's the-
lights fly by me, so I lay my body in my bed. Oh, and dreams of
Every power ballad
Yes,
from a metal band.
totally.
It's a highway song. Sing it on and on.
The vocals are
Highway song is as lonely as a road
I hear it.
Wow. Beautiful vocals.
Wow.
Yes, those big wheels are ready to roll. We've been flying high and so low. Lord, and all this madness ain't as crazy as it seems. Everywhere they've stopped and stared. I'm just a stranger on this road. Oh, I stand alone only in my dreams.
Amazing, man.
That was so good. Till the very last second.
So good. I mean, sometimes it's literally like listening to Iron Maiden before Iron Maiden was even conceived.
Yes.
And just like I want to really like pay tribute to these like almost unsung heroes because these guitar players never get mentioned
yeah.
in like the top 10 of all time. And I swear to you, I guarantee you that the top 3 guitar players on those lists, like Guitar Magazine and Guitar Player, they can't play this.
Yeah.
And we're talking about the 3 most prestigious guitar players
the
in the
ones
world.
with the highest recognition.
Right. They can't play like this. They can't solo like this. I'm sorry. But that's the reality. And that's why I'm like, wow, you know, where are these guys? Why are they forgotten?
Yes.
Why don't they get mentioned? The thing is about when it's guitar playing in these magazines, it's who had the higher impact.
Yes.
Visually and maybe, you know, record sales or whatever. But really, like the chops, those never get talked about for some reason.
I agree.
Oh, sometimes, you know, there's articles.
Yeah.
But just like these lists that get put together, it's just laughable.
Yeah.
It's laughable, unfortunately.
It is sad, but true.
Yeah, but this was wonderful.
It
What a
really
great
was.
freaking marathon. And I love that you were having so much fun.
I was
You were
having a
just
blast.
like-
At the end, I was like, okay, when are the 7 minutes going to start? Like, I'm ready. And now it's over. Now it's already fading out with this extended, like,
Beautiful.
wow. I loved it. That was so good. So much passion. And I loved the harmonica in there. You know, it was just, it felt so wonderful. The backing vocals, and now I see, because I was like, it sounds like females might be doing the backing vocals, and they are. Wow. What a great track of a band that I had never even heard of. And now, you know, hearing such an epic and an album closer is just like, wow.
Amazing.
I can only imagine what the rest of the album
Yeah, I mean, they had a
would
lot
look like.
of
I don't like
talent.
the cover though, because
A snake.
I recently had this horrible dream.
Oh, yeah. You got bit by a snake.
That was horrible. But anyways, yeah, I just loved it. I think this was a wonderful marathon in general. And to close with this song, Steve, this is your first marathon that you've ever requested, and I can say we are up for more, if we may.
Yeah. I really
really
love
great.
this style, and I think I love that it is like so close to what I grew up with, like which is more heavy metal.
Yeah.
But I think this is a stepping stone in the whole like genre when you put Uriah Heep and Black Sabbath and Deep Purple together and Led Zeppelin and these bands. I'm not sure there's a lot of inspiration for the bands that came afterwards. And I think these bands are not to be underestimated.
Right.
You know, they're very, very, I mean, just on the soloing department, great, such great ideas and beautiful solos and just very fast playing, you know, that you don't hear that much in earlier. When it's not jazz fusion, you don't hear it that much, you know. I mean, we just heard some Santana. That was amazing. I've never heard him like that, but he can.
He can.
If he wants to.
Can, and he does. And
He does.
all of these bands as well within their, their genre, just so great. But even, outside of the Southern rock, this is hard rock, blues rock is what this album is labeled.
That reminded
under.
me obviously a little bit about like I don't want to say the name, but let's call them the Falcons because they're so famous.
I was thinking that.
But it's like a heavier version. I think
Yes.
They played more audience accessible music,
right.
and Linda Ronstadt, like who helped. But I think I like this. For me, obviously, I like this more. But when we heard Hotel California, we were just blown away.
You can find that full album on Patreon.
Like,
that was just.
We were kind of like even like dissing the album at first, and then when we heard it, we're like, wow, it was a masterpiece.
Yeah, it's because they make their music impossible to listen to on YouTube, and I think that's why we have a little bit of like a
because it's like, come on, your music is
to
over.
pick with them, but
Yeah, because it's like your music is over 50 years old. Let people enjoy it.
Yeah.
I mean, you already sold the same record 10 times
Yes.
and made millions of
anniversary
dollars
versions, platinums, diamonds.
of the same freaking
Yeah.
music. Just like, I mean, when is it enough?
Yeah.
When is it enough? I mean, just make a new record, you know,
If you want more
you're
money,
basically
yeah.
making still millions with the shit you wrote 50 years ago.
Exactly.
Like, just
Yeah.
like release it.
Yeah, and bands like this one, for example, Blackfoot, just looking at the record label, they're super okay with us listening to their music, you know, and I think even Steve mentioned it in his email. He said, you know, I honestly haven't seen any of these bands blocked before, but you never know. So it's cool that he even looked into that for us.
No,
but,
it's specifically, you know who?
Yes.
The drummer.
Yes.
You know?
We know.
So,
but yeah, anyways, thank you guys. Thank you for sharing your time with us. Thank you, Steve, for sponsoring this, for sponsoring such a wonderful, you know, very well put together marathon from beginning to end, never a dull moment. And yeah, we appreciate all of you just for being here. If you want to share any of your extensive knowledge that you have about the bands, any trivia, anytime you went to see them, how did you find them? We love hearing from you guys and sharing in your experiences and memories as well. So thank you all for being here. Please subscribe if you think you might want to see us again. We would love to see you all in the next one.
thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Bye.